Good day. Hi, my name is RUSSEL Aguinaldo. Together with my group, we will answer questions regarding social innovation of different inventions. The following things and inventions that we will discuss are facilitated and created by the Tuklas Innovation Labs. Tuklas Innovation Lab is a community-centered innovation project that seeks to find homegrown solutions on disaster risk reduction management. They have a theme called Discover, Innovate, and Empower. They seek to discover Filipinos from all walks of life, especially from the marginalized, who got bright idea on disaster risk reduction and management but lack support to take them further. Here are some of the notable achievements and innovative inventions of the Tuklas Innovation Labs.
Based on the video clip, Hubo, the Disaster Relief House, what did you learn about the social innovation? Social innovation simply designing solutions which addresses into local or global needs. Based on the video clip, one of the best examples is dealing with poverty and homelessness. It is the most common issue that the world is facing right now. Social innovation allows everyone to design and implement new solutions that imply conceptual processes, products, or organizational changes with the ultimate goal of improving the welfare and well-being of individuals and communities. Critical and creative thinking skills are essential in social innovation. The reason why critical thinking benefits innovation is simple. Critical thinking is used when judgment is required to produce a desired set of valued outcomes. As a result, the majority of innovation outcomes are incremental improvements built on a foundation of carefully considered solutions. It's important because it allows you to look at problems and situations in new ways. Creative thinking is a method of developing novel or unconventional solutions that do not rely solely on a past or current situation. Design thinking takes advantage of skills that we all have but are overlooked by more conventional problem-solving practices. Not only does it focus on creating products and services, but the process itself is deeply human. Design thinking is based on our ability to be intuitive, recognize patterns, construct ideas that are both emotional and functional, and express ourselves in media or other than words or symbols. Nobody wants to run an organization with fueling, intuition, and inspiration, but relying too heavily on rationale and analytics can be just as risky. To meet the challenges of society, we have to use the innovation potential of society as a whole. Design thinking and creativity are crucial to the acceptance of innovative applications and technologies. It's about encouraging people to behave sustainability.
Philippines are one of the country that is a road of typhoons. Approximately 20 typhoons per year. These typhoons set the calamity rate of the country even higher. Resiliency, that's a value that the country stands for. The Philippines is a third world country, but little by little is developing. Radio tech are administered by the production and building of towers that sometimes are not available in places that are so far away, like islands and coastal places. During typhoon season, these communities becomes isolated due to strong winds and merciless waves. Cellular network signal also becomes unreliable, which makes it difficult to seek help in times of disasters. Beacons teaches fisher folks to use and build two-way radios to improve how the island communicates and responds to emergencies. This is one of the 40 innovative solutions supported by Tuklas Innovation Labs that help communities better prepare for disasters. As I watched the video, I realized that social innovation are seen when there are calamities. People used to develop things that will help the community in particular matters of what they need. Environmental settings and resiliency are interdependent. We need to produce something that will benefit the social growth of the community. This project is a milestone towards a productive and resilient community. This will bring progress not only to locality but also for the growth of the country. Each step towards bringing something for the people brings pride and honor. Critical thinking and skills are so much important in building these assets for the community.
Good day everyone, I am JAMIAS and I'm here today to share with you the social innovation of floating agriculture. Social innovation is a process on developing and deploying effective solutions to challenging and often systemic social and environmental issues in support of social progress. Solutions to many problems are often acts of collaboration in the community and have benefits to all. Based on the video clip, floating agriculture is a way of utilizing areas which are waterlogged for long periods of time in the production of food.
Masantol experienced environmental issues. Floods came that caused by monsoon rain. It affects the necessity of every family. So in support of social progress, they made social innovation and they create floating agriculture. They have to come up with new innovation and methods that help the community to provide food security.
We usually know that plants are directly planted on the ground. But what I've learned about the social innovation in the floating agriculture is that
We will not consuming a lot of fertilizer or soil fertilizer, wherein
water is not waste because water helps the plants to grow and make our agricultural products alive. And some of materials that we will use is recyclable and reusable. As we can see, the community organized everything to make floating agriculture to make social innovation. Through the process, by applying critical and creative thinking involving the community, thinking broadly and deeply, using skills, behavior, and disposition such as resourcefulness, imagination, and innovation, this can solve issues and discover possibilities. Critical and creative thinking involves community, learning to generate and apply new ideas, seeing existing situation in a new way, identifying alternative materials and making new things to generate positive outcomes to make a floating agriculture or floating garden. Critical and creative thinking are connected to the design of the floating garden because some of the materials in making floating garden are not joke. They think creative what appropriate for the water. And by this process, they applied social innovation.
Good day everyone, I am Frechelle PIñon. Now we have watched about social innovation and let's answer the question. First, I learned in the video that bamboo dyke river embankment helps the residents of people. Because of floods, that's why they made a bamboo river embankment to help them to remove the water from the river when the flood water is not made to enter immediately. The house river is still very strong. If they don't have a dike, the waters can swell up and reach their homes. It's a good thing. Fortunately, they managed to prevent the flood from entering their house. Next, let's answer the second question. Bamboo dyke river embankment measure to manage and control flood water movement such as redirecting flood runoff through the use of flood walls and flood GATES. It combines biological, mechanical, and ecological concepts to stabilize slopes of the river banks. This technology for controlling riverine floods is useful when there is no immediate need of heavy engineering works. Our community is usable to afford construction of heavy engineering structure like gabion wall, retaining walls, breast walls, concrete dikes, among others. Bamboo dike requires certain time to gain its strength compared to heavily engineered structure, as the dike will gradually be firm and stable when plantation is fully established. Besides flood control, this concept can also be used in landslide mitigation as it offers an environmental friendly and highly cost and time efficient solution for slope instability problem in mountainous and hilly areas as well.
Over-extraction and pollution of our freshwater ecosystems may lead to more water shortages in the future if we don't take action. Yet, this is only the beginning of our problem, as of 7 million Filipino families already lack access to water sources now. The demand for potable water is higher than ever. Can we still guarantee for safe water for everyone in the future? Water shortage is not a new problem in the Philippines. In 2019, the World Health Organization reported that at least 1 out of 10 people in the country still do not have access to high-quality water sources. When the low-lying areas are flooded, their potable water is contaminated. Although the country has sufficient amount of water resources, it was found out that water availability is still threatened by some major water resources problems, increasing water demand due to drastic growth in population, water resources pollution, droughts, flooding, and weak institutional framework to address the issues. Pluvia Technologies' rainwater collection and filtration system aims to address the lack of access to potable water or the drinking water through their newly invented filtration system, which the rainwater will be a process to be a drinkable water. It really shows social innovation in this project. This invention addresses the hurdles every individual about to face. They offer a potable water filtration system that is ideal for disaster and calamity emergency response. It is easy to deploy, can be loaded in a boat, makeshift cart, or fire truck. For immediate disaster relief, a unit can be operational within 30 minutes upon arrival at the location. This thinking are having so much progressive up to these days. The making of this project is so critical to the point that they make a trash water into a potable one. This really shows how the teams from Central and South Luzon, where Pluvia is one of them, collaborated to improve each other's innovation, design, and implementation processes to continue the progress that they started.
Good day, I'm Ian GEISLER Andres, BSc 2 Filipino, and today I'm going to answer these two questions. The first question is, based on the video clips, what did you learn about social innovation? Social innovation can help us build new social practices that is better than the existing ones. For example, in teaching disaster readiness and risk reduction classes is very low, because usually they use traditional methods such as lectures, drills, and roleplay. Students find it so boring because they keep doing the same thing. That's why many students don't participate. Because of that, Anya Design Lab comes up with an idea to use technology to appeal the youth by creating the Disaster Preparedness Simulation. This is a mobile virtual reality that contains 3 common natural hazards experienced in our society: flooding, storm surge, and earthquakes. By this, users are immersed in a realistic disaster situations where they make decisions how to survive and reflect on the decisions they made, if it's good or bad. Also, they can communicate to each other, which is so important because this will increase their teamwork in times of disaster. The second question is, explain how the key processes, critical thinking, creative thinking, and design are applied in social innovation. Critical thinking is applied in social innovation. Before creating a project, you need to think if this project is gonna be better than the existing ones, and the effect of using this project is for good. Creative thinking is also applied in social innovation because you need to come up with an idea that can catch the attention of the people. You need to be creative in creating a project because if your work is not creative, people find it boring. They will not be encouraged to use or promote your project. Design. Design is very important in social innovation because this will be the first impression of the people can see. If your design is not good, people will not be curious about it. You need to create a design that catches people's attention. By that, you can make them curious about your project and eventually try it.
Carlos Hilaldo's bottleneck life jacket was what I watched. Based on the video clip I watched, they did an excellent job and I was astounded by what they taught. What I have learned and realized from this video clip is that nothing else will move to change our society, nothing else. As humans who must take care of our surroundings and nature so that we can breathe well, look good, our surrounding, clean, and value everything we see because the world is vast that has been entrusted to us by our Lord. So we really must appreciate it, love it, take care of it, and not destroy but help to organize our society. As shown in the video clip, many people are disobedient. So there is a lot of garbage around us, especially in the oceans, rivers, and many others. But this can be changed through our movements, sharpness of mind, and unity in how to help nature, even fellow human beings, to save on equipment that he will buy more expensive, but due to the manufacture of bottleneck life jacket personal flotation device saves on the purchase of such clothing, especially in rivers and sea, just so that a person can be safe. Now can use some bottles that can be seen we have around us, net fish, even the plastic that can be inserted inside the bottles. This net life jacket can be used especially when there is a tsunami, typhoons, and many others. Sabi nga nila, ligtas ang may alam. Now let's answer the next question. The process of social innovation necessitates critical and creative thinking. First and foremost, it is the first major process for the benefit of the majority of people, whether things or our nature. It is very simple. If no one moves to think about social change, nothing will change. There will be no improvements in society if everyone continues to focus on doing nothing to change society. Critical and creative thinking can aid in the development of a plan and subsequent action for the betterment of our society. Because if we have a plan and follow it through with action, the outcome will be as good as making a bottleneck life jacket personal flotation device. All of our society's problems can be solved. We have critical thinking, creative thinking, and design. Even before we have a bottleneck life jacket personal flotation device, it was a good idea to think that it would be help everyone in person and in our dear environment. We have a problem with too much clutter and garbage that we have, but Because of the presence of critical thinking, creativity, and dedication, we can all solve all of our society problems. To tackle society difficulties, we must employ change in the capacity of society as a whole. And innovation is brutal when it comes to adopting innovative application and technologies about encouraging people to come up with sustainable development, encouraging people to do something that will be good for our society. And if we see change, everyone will work together for the betterment of our society.
Hello everyone, I am MIALYN PACIS and I'm going to discuss Buckwheat Kit, which is under the social innovation. So the first question was, what did I learn about social innovation? To me, social innovation is the application of rigorous techniques, technologies, and processes to conceive and design new and effective ways to solve social issues. Where things start to become a little less clear is in the definition of social issues. In my view, this encompasses any real or perceived problems affecting people and their lives. So issues of poverty, health, violence, education, and many other things would fit into that what I have learned. Second question is, explain how the key processes, critical thinking, creative thinking, and design are applied in social innovation. The Buckwheat Kit, on the other hand, is a flat pack evacuation kit that creates physical boundaries and dignified spaces and establishes privacy needed to uplift evacuation centers. LGU or your barangay can adopt this practice in making their cities more resilient, especially during a disaster. This innovation could promote best practices in establishing resources and infrastructure among LGUs or barangay. It also promotes cultural identity through the use of local materials. So the Buckwheat Kit fits all the evacuation essentials like soft partition, sleeping mattress, dining set, and storage shelving. It was also designed in a way that children, women, or even persons with disabilities can easily assemble it. Evacuation center is within our scope as interior designers. Our measurement in the Buckwheat Kit is a size of 2 plywood. We use this measurement to lessen the wastage of plywood and everything can be stored inside the boxes. The Buckwheat Kit can fit a family of 4. It is expandable for families with more members.